What's up guys, MegaDPAL here, and I'm bringing another X and Pokemon Wi-Fi battle for you guys today. So today I'm against Boomking12345, who I do believe I met on Shofu stream, and we had a battle that's pretty decent and interesting battle. So looking at team preview, he's running some real nice and interesting stuff like the Grand Ball and the Braviary, so this battle's actually much closer than what the team preview would suggest, but either way it's a really fun battle, so let's just get straight into this, shall we? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to lead out with a star of the battle, that being Genesect, my Scarf Genesect, just because it's the best thing I have to lead off with. It's my most viable lead, because he in fact leads off with the Mamoswine. Most likely just going to use this chance to set up the Stealth Rocks, but I don't want to lock myself into the Flash Cannon, and I don't want to reveal it this early on. So I'm just going to go for that U-turn, just because I know this will break the Mamoswine sash, and I can go into a correct check or counter from there. So I do in fact decide to go to my Jellicent, predicting those rocks. This way I can force this thing out with obviously a Scald. So in comes the rocks, so he gets his Stealth Rocks up nice and early, but I do still have my extra go of course, and I can potentially Rap Spin later on, so I'm just going to play it safe, just go straight for that Scald. I know the Venusaur is his most obvious switch, but I can just go for that Scald, scout out on which it does, scout out what set it is, potentially get the burn and go from there. So I actually score a crit, but not the burn. I would much prefer the burn, but either way, damage is damage with a crit, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to matter too much in the long run, but at the time I wasn't to know. But either I'm just going to switch out, going to my Heatran. He's actually going to Mega Evolve. I actually predicted him to be the Mega Evolution, just because I didn't see no Black Sludge or anything, or Lefties or whatever he might be running on this Venusaur. He's actually just going to go straight for that Leech Seed, just to obviously get a bit more damage off on my Heatran, and a bit more recovery for his Venusaur. Despite this thing having thick fat, I'm just going to go for the Lava Plume. Try and force this thing out, scare this thing out, just because it is super effective and it will do a decent amount to this Venusaur regardless. So, and I do want to try and get as much damage on this thing as possible. He's in fact going to switch into his Infernape now. It was on a Balloon, so I'm not too sure exactly why he decided to switch it in, but at the same time I do only have my my Garchomp with the EQ, and he obviously outspeeds me anyway, but either way I do manage to pop that Balloon, so that's nice. It does mean I can obviously go for Earthquake later on with my Chomp. So what I'm actually going to do is, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to switch on out there, going to my Jellicent, just because it's the best thing I have to go one-on-one against this Infernape. I obviously don't want to take a close combat with my Heatran, so I'm just going to make the switch, go straight out to my Jellicent now, just to take the close combat. But he actually predicts this nicely, and goes for that Iron Fist boosted, super effective Thunder Punch. Look at how much this does. It does a decent bit, actually, a whole lot. And but after leftovers, I am kind of confident that was max damage, and I can in fact live the following Thunder Punch, retaliate back with a Scald and take out his threat. So in comes Thunder Punch. I do live, and he unfortunately gets the Paralyzed, which is fine. I can just go for the Scald, except to get the full Para, which is really annoying because this is basically going to cost me my Jellicent. I know it's a lower range of HP, but if I manage to take out this Infernape, then it's done its job. I can potentially use this thing as Death Fodder later. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case, so I'm going to switch into my Garchomp now, obviously predicting the Thunder Punch. Use this time to get a free switch into my Chomp, and then go from there. So at the time of the battle, I completely didn't acknowledge the Braviary on his team. I didn't even write it down. I completely forgot what Pokemon it was at the time of the team preview. Turns out it was this thing, and I just played it safe to Mega Evolve, went straight for EQ. Otherwise I would have gone for that Stone Edge predicting this, and I would have had a whole easier time in this battle, but that's not going to be the case. I'm going to force switch now and sack my Jellicent. Use this thing as Death Fodder, which is pretty annoying because it does have a Grand Ball, which obviously packs the close combat. It does have this thing, this Braviary, which obviously runs at Super Power, but unfortunately I'm going to be forced to sack my Jellicent now because of that Para. And I didn't manage to take out the Infernape, so anyway, just going to go for that U-turn, take out my Jellicent, which is nice for me because I will obviously get the switch initiative. I'm going to start to apply a bit more offensive momentum, or see what I want to do. So it does in fact bring in his Venusaur. I want to try and get as much damage on this thing as possible, just because Venusaur, particularly Mega Venusaur, is very bulky. So I do get the attack boost, so I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I don't want to lock myself into the Flamethrower and or Ice Beam just yet. And just go for that U-turn, do a decent bit of damage to his Venusaur. Go out into my Heatran now, try and scare this thing away, and potentially set on my Stealth Rocks and go from there. So In comes his heat trap. In comes my heat trap as he just goes straight for the leech seed again. It's actually becoming really annoying, this thing. It's a wall in a lot of my guys. It does obviously have a viable recovery with the leech seed, and it's obviously doing decent bit of damage to my heat trap, despite it not being able to touch me really. So what I'm actually going to do is I know he's going to switch on out of there because of the previous play. He was fearing the lava plume, so I'm going to use this time to get on my stealth rocks. These mid-game stealth rocks are going to come in key. Is actually going to bring in his brave area. I guess predicting that, so that's a real nice prediction on his part, because brave area of course does run the superpower. As soon as my gel center is down, I have absolutely nothing that wants to take this superpower. So unfortunately I am going to be forced to sack my heat tran at this point, which is really annoying because that means both my walls are going to be going down, and this brave area is becoming pretty much a threat. So down goes my heat tran to the superpower. He obviously gets the minus attack and defense boost. Drop even, should I say. So I'm just going to go out into my Genesect now, knowing full well I was going to be fearing either the Thunderbolt or the Ice Beam. So what I'm going to do is just go for that U-turn, predicting switch, just because he knows that his brave area is still a huge threat to my team. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, just go straight for that U-turn. He actually switches on out of there, goes into his Infernape, I guess predicting the Ice Beam and or U-turn. But either way, I am just going to go for that and get the free switch into my Garchomp and try and take this Infernape out. So that's the plan from here, as I do obviously U-turn out. I'm going to go into my Chomp now that the air balloon is in fact broken. I know I can live a close combat being Mega Chomp, and I am pretty bulky, so I know I can live a CC and just go straight for the Stone Edge is in fact what I'm going to go for, just on the off chance he wants to switch on into his brave area again. Either way, it's my most safest play, because especially after the defense drop, the Stone Edge is easily going to wipe out his Infernape, and if he does in fact to decide to switch into his brave area, that thing will go down as well. But does in fact just go for that close combat. Down goes Infernape, gets a free switch into this threat again. Once again, I have nothing that wants to take a hit from this thing, nothing to switch into it, so I'm going to be forced to sack my Garchomp to the Retaliate, which was pretty nice. That animation was pretty decent as well. So down goes my my Garchomp, but I know this thing's locked into the Retaliate being Choice Scarf, so I can just go out into my Excadrill, obviously resist that, and go for that mid to late game Rapid Spin, just get away his rock, see what he wants to switch into. He's in fact switches into his Grand Ball. This is actually a fantastic position for me, as I know I can actually sack my Excadrill the following turn. I know I'm going a bit ahead of myself, or a bit ahead of the battle, but I know I can sack my Excadrill the following turn and go out into my my Genesect in fact, because it does force a whole lot of offensive pressure, especially to his Grand Ball, seeing as this thing is now Fairy type. So like I said, I'm just going to stack to the CC. This brings me down to my last two Pokemon, my Genesect and Keldeo. He does in fact have his Grand Ball, his Braviary, his Venusaur, his Mamoswine and his Espeon left, so it's 5-2 to him. So I'm not in the greatest position here, but like I did say, I do have the star of the battle, the Genesect. So in comes my Genesect now. I do in fact get the special attack boost from this Grand Ball, which is nice, and I know it's going to potentially be fearing the Flash Cannon. If not, this Grand Ball is going to go down. It does in fact switch, it goes out into his Braviary. I'm not too sure what is predicting. Maybe using this thing as Death Rider, seems how I did he's taking a lot from the Stealth Rock, so I have to go straight for that +1 stab. Max 252 special attack, Flash Cannon, taking out that Braviary. Finally that threat is down and out of there. In comes his Venusaur now. I guess he was just sacking his Braviary to get a free switch into his Venusaur. This thing is pretty bulky, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2-hit KO, so I'm just going to go for it. Gauge how much it does. It looks to be a solid 2-hit KO on the Venusaur as he just goes for that Leech Seed. But look at how much that first Flash Cannon did. After the Leech Seed recovery just coming up, I'm pretty sure my Genesect will be able to take it out with a following Flash Cannon, so I'm relying on my Genesect taking this thing out. Go for that Flash Cannon, and I do manage to take out the Venusaur, which is absolutely fantastic for me. This brings him down to his last 3 now, so it's 3-2 in his favour. In comes his Espeon. After the rocks, I know Espeon isn't the most bulkiest of Pokemon, and like I did mention, stab, +1, 252 max special attack. Flash Cannon's going to wipe out the Espeon. I do score a crit, I'm pretty sure that did not matter. So we're both down to our last 2. Genesect just cleaning up now as his final 2 are his Grand Ball and his Mamoswine, 2 of which cannot live a Flash Cannon, obviously being weak to that. So super effective flash cannon, going to wipe out a Gramble, which is nice. Bringing down to his last Pokemon being the Menace, and my Genesect just clutching the game. Scarf Genesect sweep right at the end here, taking out 5 of his 6 guys, which is really nice. He's going to go for that last chance saloon, try and note for a super crit or something, and wipe out my Genesect, but it's not going to be the case. And I'm just going to have to retaliate back with the flash cannon, plus winning the game 2-0, so it's pretty close despite the team preview, but Genesect just sweeping up there, so nice and powerful Genesect sweep. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.